What's going on, my boxing brothers and sisters? Another edition of Major Key. Well, today we decided to do a little different because you guys already know we have this is like a home for boxing legends, and other types of legends. But why not give kudos and roses to the people that are trying to come up, especially in a stacked division like lightweight. So I just happened to come across. You see how the universe works. I happened to come across this young brother from my area, from my neck of the woods out here in Orlando, Florida, and I wanted to bring him on and give him his shine so we could all watch him. Make sure that you guys give this guy a view, pay attention, watch his career because we're watching something something from the beginning and something that's a force to be reckoned with. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my boy Mikahail and Zurdo, aka the Puerto Rican Matrix, Hernandez. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
That's right. I'm feeling great. We're getting ready for a fight for September 25th, and we're just doing everything we can in camp, to pretty much be in the best shape possible.
That's what's up. So you fighting on September 25th. We'll talk about that in just a second. For those of you, for those people that don't know who you are, you're a rising star. You just started your pro career. Let people know where you're from. What brought you into boxing, and what your strengths are and things of that nature. Let's hear from scratch, so everybody can get a feel of who you are.
Yeah, I'm from Junco, Puerto Rico. My name is Mikahail Zurdo Hernandez. I started boxing when I was 16 years old. I was pretty much like always under the mantle, trained with Jason Velez, like come from the same gym that he came from. I pretty much been boxing since I was 16 years old, and then when I was 19, I came to the States. I had like a little surgery that I had from an injury back in Puerto Rico. I recovered, and instead of continuing amateur boxing, we decided to go pro. But due to COVID-19 and like a few other things, kind of prolonged like my debut, but I was able to make my debut July 17th, 2020. It's about to be a year. And in the meantime, I've stacked about 3 professional victories.
Awesome. So you got your fight got pushed back. That's on a card that's happening in July, right? And it got pushed back due to some COVID.
Yeah, due to some COVID, situations.
But you're still in the gym, right? And you work out of Orlando gyms, right? Like there's a lot of legendary gyms out here that people don't even know about. Tell us about some of the people you encounter in the gyms and things of that nature.
I spar with all kinds of people. We pretty much contact all kinds of people. Today I was sparring with Marcelo Williams. He's a boxer here at 135, pretty much locally in Orlando. And I'm still in the gym all the time. We pretty much try to push it to the limit, and get in the best shape possible. Because I want to work hard in the gym. I want the fight to be easy. I want the fight to be easy. I want pretty much everything to be easy when I fight. I want to bust my ass in the gym. That's it, and I pretty much go to the UFC gym in Winter Springs and all that, and that's where you can say that I fight out of.
Of course, yeah, man. I'm gonna circle back to you, Troy. Go ahead and follow up, brother.
Well, how you doing? Nephew? How you doing?
How you doing, Troy?
I'm doing great, man. Listen, I don't have any questions for you, but I'm gonna play a scenario out for you. All right?
Sure.
Let's just say that I'm your advisor, man. It was the first time you meeting me.
Okay.
And you actually walking into my. I'm actually sitting out front of my house, so if you hear a lot of noise, just let me know, all right?
All right.
Yeah. So, you walking into my office, this is the first time we meet you, and I say to you, who are you?
Mikahail Zurdo Hernandez.
Huh?
Mikahail Zurdo Hernandez.
Okay. And I say to you, yeah, I actually know your name, but I want to know who are you? Who are you?
Well, I'm a professional boxer at 135 pounds in the lightweight division. Currently, I'm a 4-round fighter, and we're pretty much initiating the beginning starts of my professional career. And I'm looking to, pretty much rise in the ranks in the lightweight division.
Okay, that's a good answer. And now the real tough question: what do you want, and where are you headed?
Well, honestly, right now, I'm focusing still being in the 4-round level, but I definitely see myself later on, maybe in a few years, 3 to 4 years, definitely being a 10-round, 12-round fighter. I just got to be working hard and pretty much evolving as a professional fighter. I definitely want to get to those elite levels, up to 10, 12 rounds, and hopefully my dreams to be world champion one day. But I got to work very hard and pretty much evolve from a 4-round fighter to a 6-round fighter.
Okay. I tell you what. How many fights do you have total right now?
I have 3 fights, 3 professional
3 fights. Okay. I'll tell you. How many times do you fight a year right now?
I wanted to fight 4 times a
Yeah.
year,
Hmm.
but my fight got pushed back to September 25th. So July 17th will be literally a year since I made my debut. But I'm getting ready for the fight right now. So far, I guess once July 17th touches, it'll be 3 fights. As
Hmm.
long as I make 3 to 4 professional fights every 12 months,
Okay.
I'll do that.
That's actually a great goal because I was going to tell you that I want you to come back here in about a year, right? No, 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 no. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I want you to come back on the platform in about a year, and
Mhm.
I don't want to ask you who you are. I want you to make so much damn noise that everybody's gonna know who you are. All
Oh, I
right?
appreciate that.
No problem. So once you step over here, man, you family. So anytime you want to come back or promote anything, please feel free. But you're gonna be here for a while, so I'm gonna have some questions for you, but I'm gonna pass you back to Major Key real quick. All right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. So I noticed when I was looking at your resume. Basically, right now is the point where they're trying to step you up to more experience. They're trying to put you against more experience, right? To see how you handle that more experience. And then there's going to be a crossroads where it's going to be like, okay, okay, so we can see he can hang in there with a little more experience. Now we're going to get him against some people that have better records, and let's see how he handles that. How far do you think you're from that point?
Pretty much, I'm already stepping up. Like I never
Okay.
underestimate any opponent, even if the
Right.
fight's easy. I never underestimate any opponent. I mean, my last fight was pretty easy, but my second pro fight, that fight was very hard, extremely. I mean, like I won a decision, but I didn't get like the KO or the TKO or none of that, like I did in my first professional fight or my third pro fight. Like I'm definitely ready for. I'm getting ready for it in camp. We're doing everything to evolve as a fighter and make the fight easy. But again, I never underestimate any opponent that they put in front of me. It doesn't matter. I come to top shape to go fight.
So you're talking about Gene St. Fard, right?
Yeah, that guy was yeah, for sure. Like that
Okay.
guy.
So tell us, like, what did you learn from that fight? What was tough about it, and what have you been working on since?
Pretty much not to underestimate like any journeyman. Never underestimate. Pretty much already confirm my suspicion. Don't underestimate any journeyman boxer. They got nothing to lose. I'm the one that has everything to lose. I'm the one that's undefeated. And pretty much what I learned, like boxing technique wise, from that fight was, to pop shot like a little bit more, like in flurries and all of that, and just like throw more punches, like without throwing so much power towards them. Just accumulate points. Because I'm a outboxer. Like I'm gonna outbox you. I'm not gonna stand in front of you and trade with you or any of that. I'm gonna pop shot you. I'm gonna counter you. I'm gonna set traps for you, and just throw a little bit more flurries, and like accumulate points. It was definitely that was like my hardest fight to this day.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. So okay, so great answer. Now, what would you say? What would you say your strengths, your weaknesses? Uh, Before I ask you, questions as far as an opinion of yours, but right now, what would you say are your strengths and weaknesses?
Pretty much my main strength is that I'm a very accurate counterpuncher. I can pop shot you from weird angles and pretty much make you feel your own power plus my power. I'll say like my own, like my main weakness that I'm working on currently right now is that I need to throw a little bit more punches. Sometimes I
Mhm.
think too much.
Yeah,
I'm thinking too much, and like it'll be like I'll make like the opponent miss a lot, miss, but then like I won't throw like back like maybe until
yeah.
30 seconds later.
Gotta let your hands go. Yeah.
Exactly. Like pretty much, I got to throw out like more flurries, but definitely like my biggest strength is I'm a very precise counterpuncher. Very precise counterpuncher for sure.
That's what's up. Yo, Troy, do you have any questions? Because if
Yes,
not,
sir.
okay, go ahead.
Yes, you know what? Major Key must have read my mind because he asked you, what are your strengths and weaknesses, right?
Hmm.
I'm just gonna add on to that. What do you honestly feel you have to do to improve those? Like say, what is your strength right now? Because you said you're a counterpuncher, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you actually have to do to become like a better counterpuncher? Who are you watching as far as the older boxers, and as far as training, what are you doing to actually get, actually become a sharper counterpuncher?
My favorite boxer of all time, to be pretty generic, but I like Floyd Mayweather. That's my favorite boxer of all time. But I mean, from like back in the day, boxers that I really liked would be like Nicolino Loche from Argentina. I really like Nicolino Loche. That guy was like had a master defense, could counterpunch you, could make you miss, make you pay. From Puerto Rico, I got to go with Miguel Cotto.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Ivan Calderon, great fighters. And currently, right now, like my trainer, he used to train like Miguel Cotto, and we're working like on a lot of techniques. Angel Gonzalez is the one that's currently training me, and we're evolving as far as doing specific drills to kind of pick up the volume and punches. Not throwing anything too hard, but accumulate like a lot of points. Hit, don't get hit.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as your weaknesses, what are you currently doing? To like tighten up your weaknesses.
We're practicing drills like on the bag, specifically on the mitts, and also with these sticks, these fancy little sticks, to increase the volume of punches, but not in a way where it's hard punches. It's just very fast, very precise. And when we just leave to increase that volume of punches, that's pretty much my main weakness, increasing the volume of punches. And when we're just working on drills to increase like my volume of punches without throwing power shots, literally just throwing punches that accumulate points, nothing too heavy, but very precise, but in flurries.
Okay, cool. Now I actually do have a question for you that has something to do with what you told me.
Okay.
As a counterpuncher, what are your two strengths that you have as a counterpuncher? There's two of them.
Well, my main strength is my timing. It's really good. My timing is very, very good. Like for sure, I can definitely time you very well. I can get you off balance just with a jab. If you throw
Absolutely.
a combination at me, and I watch your time, and I throw it to the jab in between, you might get even hurt because of the fact that I call your time so perfectly that I'm using my power plus your power to hurt you and get you off balance. And number one, my timing, and definitely like I can gauge distance very well.
And also, I'm gonna tell you the two things I was talking about. You're absolutely right about what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's your eyes and your mind. Because as a counterpuncher, you see everything coming, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You see everything coming, but you have to stay within yourself. Let's say if you get hit and hurt in there, if someone could take you out your game, it doesn't matter how hard you train. It don't matter what you see. You're so blinded by rage that you're just going to end up doing a lot of silly things, right? So, I got a fighter that I want you to check out, and he's actually from Puerto Rico. His last name is Benitez.
Okay.
His first name is Wilfredo.
Oh, Wilfredo
Wilfred
Benitez, of
Benito.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he lives in Chicago now.
He does? Okay,
I
cool,
think so.
cool.
I think so. I think he
Okay,
lives
cool. They called him the Radar.
in Radal.
Yes,
Youngest
yes.
champion of all time, age 17 years old.
Yes, indeed. And you have a lot of calm and poise about you, man. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, yeah. You have a bright future ahead of you, man. You're gonna shine like the sun. And I was serious about you coming back here in a year, man. Look, man, I got family in Puerto Rico, so don't have us come find you. So come back here in a year, man, and tell us about your progress, all right?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm staying here in Orlando. We're definitely right.
All right. All right,
Hey.
brother.
Hey, yeah. So no, great questions. But what I wanted to shift towards is because you're in the lightweight division, right? Obviously, we know it's a tough division, right? So what I want to know is, so how do you see it? Like, are you going to be like? Do you see yourself actually competing by the time because you're 24? So by the time you get into your peak by 27, you see yourself at lightweight, competing at lightweight against these guys? Because some of these guys are going to be moving up anyway. Are you the next wave at 135, or are you going to be moving up to 140 by the time you start peaking?
It really depends, like, what do you call it, like on my body. There's no need to risk my career right now or anything like that. It depends on my body. If I can feel that I can still make 135, I'm pretty big at 135, But if my body starts growing and I have to move up to 140, then I'll make the proper adjustments in camp so I can be a nice and strong 140 pounder. Like Jose Pedraza, he moves up to 140 and now he looks big and natural, like he came from 130 pounds and now he's at 140. Just like when you move up in weight, you want to make sure you're nice and natural that weight class and you don't look too small or anything like that, because it can be a disadvantage, So like if by age 27, I'm like in world rankings, top 20 around that, top 50, stuff like that. And my body can't make 135 no more. Like I go to a nutritionist, they measure my body fat. They're like, hey, like don't push it. We'll go up to 140 and we'll try to look, nice and big 140. But for right now, my focus is lightweight division, 135 pounds, As long as I can make 135 pounds without dehydrating my body, killing myself in any negative way, we're staying in the lightweight division.
That's what's up. Well, do me a favor, man, because we're looking forward to your future, man. I know you're just starting out, Well, I'm interested though. Who's your favorite fighter of all time? Who's your favorite fighter of all time?
Floyd
Huh?
Mayweather.
Floyd
I
Mayweather.
love Mayweather. I love Mayweather. Mayweather's my favorite fighter.
All right, all right. And let me ask you this also. What do you feel about the? There's two things I want to ask you about since you're a fighter yourself. What do you think about the whole confusion around the WBC belt? You know what I'm saying, with the franchise and undisputed. With since you're in lightweight, you have to know about
Of
the
course.
fact. Yeah. So like, what's your take on that? Is he undisputed? Is he not undisputed? How do we resolve this moving forward?
To me, Teofimo Lopez is undisputed. I mean, he beat Lomachenko, the pound for pound king at the time. They had all the belts. It's just the WBC. You know, I think, in my opinion, I could be wrong. To make money, they elevated Devin Haney to become a world champion, and they made up a new belt, the Diamond Belt. And and it's just like, when you're a world champion, you got so many belts. They charge you sanctioning fees, so it's just a more way to make money. I mean, if you really look at it, Josh Taylor at 140 is not even. People can't say, oh, Teofimo Lopez is undisputed, but isn't undisputed, but Josh Taylor is undisputed when Josh Taylor hasn't beat Mario Barrios, who was the regular WBA. There's two. I mean, Teofimo Lopez has all the belts. It's just like Devin Haney has the WBC now. What do you call it? Teofimo has the WBC Diamond. Gervonta Davis has the regular WBA, but Teofimo Lopez has a Super WBA. He has a Diamond WBC, which the original champion was Lomachenko, but it was taken away from him to give him the Diamond, which is also a world championship. Just like the WBA regular and WBA Super. It's just a way to make money. To me, Teofimo Lopez is the best lightweight in the world, for sure. Like, it's facts. It's money, Like, he has all the belts, It doesn't matter if Gervonta is regular champion or like Devin Haney's WBC. I mean, it's ways to make money, from organizations to make money off fighters, because when fighters have so many belts, they charge them sanctioning fees. To me, Teofimo Lopez is the best lightweight in the world. Dennis Lomachenko, for sure. I really thought Lomachenko was going to beat him. It was a very close fight. It could have gone either way. But Teofimo Lopez won, and he deserves to be undisputed champion at 135 pounds. He's definitely the main man right now.
So how do we resolve it? Like, do we get rid of one of the belts? Like, do we have them two fight, and whoever wins, that's it? We get rid of the other belt. Like, there's no end to this. Like, they created another one for Estrada. They created another one for Estrada. You know what I'm saying?
That's not going to happen because it's money.
Yeah.
Like when Canelo fought against Golovkin, like I think in their last fight, like Canelo did not won the IBO at 160. So like, even though he beat Golovkin in his last fight, Gennady Golovkin still kept the WBO championship because the IBO, because the IBO want to charge Canelo like sanctioning fees. So Canelo's like, keep it. So like, they fought without the IBO title being on the line. It's money. It's not good. It's never going to go away. Just like boxing politics, you got to deal with it.
So talking about that, one last question before we wrap it up here. I know it's your time is limited. I appreciate you showing up. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about the whole Deontay Wilder Glovegate situation? What do you think about that? we got to ask everybody that shows up, man.
I mean, look, I've always liked Deontay Wilder. I don't like his boxing style too much because he's just like a fighter that depends on his power. He has brute power. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I really thought Tyson Fury was gonna beat him in his last fight. I didn't think he was gonna beat him up like that. He just really beat him. I did not expect that. I just think he's. I mean, I like Deontay Wilder, man. Like, but it's just he's being a sore loser, man. To be completely honest with you, like I really do like him, man. But I mean, like, I really do like Deontay Wilder. Like I've watched him when he's just a contender, and he beat I forgot, I think that Haitian for the WBC heavyweight championship belt, and then like just see him making up, like these excuses is kind of disappointing. I mean, it really is. I mean, Tyson Fury's the real champion right now, lineal champion. It's what do you call it? It's crazy, like he's a WBC champion. He's a Ring Magazine champion. I think to me,
trust me, Troy's smiling because he agrees with you 1,000%, and he probably has a follow-up question because we agree with you.
I mean, I like Deontay Wilder. He's very
but a lot of us do, man. A lot of us were rooting for Wilder in that fight. But the problem is, like you said, the excuses is the only problem, man. Because some of us even want to see, like some of us wanted to see him fight and win the third fight after the undisputed. But then at the end of the day, with all the excuses, man, everybody just got a foul taste in their mouth. Like, damn, bro, why you have to do that?
I mean, of course, and you're gonna have people dick riding and lying to his face and stuff, and we're like, yeah, of course you were drugged up and shit, like trying to like feed his ego and stuff. But
there you go.
But I mean, like in boxing, you gotta be realistic, man. You can't be lying like that. You can't be like, your life is on the line. You're fighting. You're fighting. I mean, his corner did the best to protect him. What if Tyson Fury would have killed him?
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Follow up.
He was getting beat up against Fury, and like I thought Fury was gonna beat him by outboxing him. I thought it was gonna be a very close fight. I didn't expect that ass whooping, to be completely honest with you.
Nobody did.
I did not expect that at all. I mean, like Tyson Fury really, like to me, really proved to me that night he's one of the best heavyweights that's ever lived. Just like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is definitely an all-time great too in the heavyweight division. But it's just like it's a lot of excuses, man. And like I really looked up to the guy. Like always, like when I was an amateur boxer in Puerto Rico, I really liked him. You know, he was very flashy and all that. But how are you gonna say like your outfit's too heavy?
Yeah.
You know,
well,
like,
you already, before I pass it to Troy, I don't know if you see at the bottom of the screen, Rolling with the Punches, which is a regular here. He said, Mikahail Zurdo, I'm going to pay attention to this dude. He seems honest, strong quality for a fighter. So you're already getting fans over here. And then, by the way, shout out to Mark Nash. He's not here present right now, but he actually already shared this live. So you're going to get his subscribers looking at it from his channel as well. Right?
Oh, sure. And I also want to give a shout out to my current sponsors. I got Lincoln Trucks helping me out. Florida Energy, Water and Air.
Say that again, who?
I want to give a shout out to my sponsors as well that are helping me out throughout the camps, you know, that they're investing in me. Florida Energy, Water and Air, Lincoln Trucks, Healing Gem, All-Star Barbershop, and Stress and Anxiety Center. They're pretty much helping me out currently right now as sponsors. They help me out in the training camp financially, and I'm very grateful for my sponsors and all the great help.
Most definitely. I'm going to go swing through Lincoln Trucks. I know who that is. So that's what's up. Yeah. So did you have a follow-up question, Troy? I think you're on mute, brother. Or we just can't hear you. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if he shows back up. If not, I mean, in the meantime, as a matter of fact, I was going to ask you this after him anyway. Tell everybody where they can find you and support you.
Of course, you guys can definitely follow me on Instagram, Zurdo_Matrix Boricua_. When you type the Zurdo, replace the O with a 0. And on Facebook as well, Mikahail Zurdo Hernandez. I got like my own personal page and also got like a boxing page as well. It's same name. You guys can like it, and pretty much I'll be up to date towards like all of my events. You know, I'm gonna be fighting again September 25th, and we're looking for that 4th professional victory.
That's what's up, man. And if you text that to me, I'll go ahead and add that to the description as well. You know what I mean? So everybody can follow.
For sure. Like, you want me to text it to you?
Yeah. If you text it to me, I'll go ahead and add that to the description.
Oh, yes, for sure. I'll definitely.
Troy, are you back?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Yeah, I had a phone call come in, so that kind of knocked me out. I'm just listening to you, man. It's been a pleasure hearing you speak, man. You have a wealth of knowledge, and you seem like you're firm in your beliefs and your focus, and that's going to get you far. That's going to get you far. You're going to have one of those fights where you're going to get hurt and buzzed, and then that question is going to pop up that I asked you. Who are you?
Exactly.
Right?
Like the heart. Like, I mean, look, even if you as a fighter, like let's say like you're losing a fight, you as a cornerman, you never want to say, hey, I lost faith in my fighter, or what do you call it? Oh, you're not going to win. Like I've heard coaches say that to the fighters and stuff, but you know what? I'm going to give you a great example of a fighter who was losing a fight. I mean, he was losing. And he came back and he won. And Diego Corrales versus Jose Luis Castillo, fight number 1.
Great fight. That was a hell of a fight.
One of my favorite fights of all time. You know what? Diego Corrales, he was losing, spitting out the mouthpiece, got a point deduction. And you know what? Joe Guzman told him, you better pick it up. You're fucking losing. You can do it. Psychological, what do you call it? Support from the trainer. And you know what? He stopped Castillo. Stopped him.
I saw the fight. You know, some tells me that you study the sport too. You don't just box. You know, you got a lot of respect for history.
Of course. Like, I mean, like, I love boxing, man. Like, I really do. Like, I mean, there's nothing, no amount of money in the world or pretty much anything at this time in my life that's more important to me than the sport of boxing. You know, like I definitely respect the sport of boxing very much, and I take it very serious.
All right, well, I could tell you that you got a fan tonight, man, because I'm definitely a fan of the man I see in front of me. So, much respect to you, brother.
Appreciate that.
Much respect to me. And trust me, I wasn't laughing at you. I was just laughing. I actually agree with everything you said. I just don't want to talk about the man anymore. I just don't
I mean,
want to
look,
talk about him.
like I like Deontay Wilder, man. Like this guy, becoming 41-0 as what do you call it? As a heavyweight, from defending your WBC championship, 10 fights in a row is not easy. Not everybody can do that, But I mean, dude, you lost.
Yeah, man. We've been talking about that for over a year now, man. Trust me, that's why he was laughing, because that's why I asked the question, because it's so divisive, and it's like, why? Like, we see what we saw. That's it, man. Like,
I'm still a Deontay Wilder fan. I like him.
Yeah, so am I. So am I.
I don't like his attitudes. So like he was in a press conference, they were talking to him, he didn't want to talk back, and I think, in my opinion, like I could be wrong, I think Tyson Fury's gotten in his head so much psychologically that he possibly put on those headphones not to hear him.
Yeah, well, you see that's a very popular opinion. A lot of people believe that, but then you got the other people that believe, oh, that was such a strategy. Oh my God, he bodied him by not saying nothing. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, what planet you live on? But anyway, man,
you know what? Hold on a second, because you said something, and I want you to do something for me. I think I could get you a fight with Ryan, man. You know which Ryan I'm talking about, right? Ryan from Golden Boys.
Man, don't be trying to like give this guy a fight. You see this? Listen, you see this highlighted comment that I have here?
Nah, I don't see it.
That's his manager right there. So you better chill with that before you hop on the panel, bro.
Hey, anybody that wants to fight, anybody wants to coordinate everything, you got to contact my manager, Gonzalo Sapi.
There you go.
I don't handle nothing.
Okay, cool. Because you're in the same weight class. So, what did you think about that? That he said he got some mental issues, but he was out with his girl like the next couple of days after he said that.
You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's just my opinion. I mean, we all go through personal, demons, and pretty much we go through definitely like a lot of mental, psychological battles that not everybody knows about. But in my opinion, I just think after the Luke Campbell fight, he was partying a little bit too much. And then he signed that fight with Fortuna. He's like, wait, like Fortuna, I'm not in shape for this fight. So he'd rather cash out of the contract and party a little bit and say it was like mental health and all of that, and then keep making money off the commercials. Like he's making a lot of money from advertisement. Like this guy he's making a lot of money. So I just think, to be completely honest with you, I could be wrong, could be completely wrong, but from me looking in like from the outside, I just think that he was partying too much. He wasn't ready. So he's like, I don't want to lose my own. I mean, he had a big victory against Luke Campbell. I mean, Luke Campbell's one of the best contenders in the world in 135 pounds. And you know what? He stopped him, for sure. He stopped him with a brutal liver shot, I just felt that, he wasn't doing the things in training camp. So just anxiety and mental health nowadays is a very popular, subject. I just think that he probably threw that, as an excuse. And he just bought himself out of his contract so he wouldn't have to fight. I could be wrong. I mean, he could have really had something going on in his life, but it just from the outside, like me just looking at it, that's what I think. He's a good fighter, though. He's very good, very fast, with the fastest hands in the lightweight division right now.
Yeah, man. And by the way, you got Kind of Local Sports that said what's up. You got Guido Pion that said what's up. You got a Boxing Voice that said what's up. Everybody in the building really was showing mad support over here, man.
I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that very much. Just follow me on Instagram, Zurdo_Matrix Boricua_. Find me on Facebook too, Mikahail Zurdo Hernandez. I appreciate the love very, very much, the support.
Well, you're very easy to talk to, very charismatic, brother, because I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we had set up originally 15 to 20 minutes, and look, we're 30 minutes into it. And we could probably chop it up on this like for the longest, but I know your time was limited, so I appreciate you showing up. And I got another prospect coming on tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. But different division, nothing like in your division and nothing like that. But nevertheless, we're trying to like show some more support. Definitely for the local talent. That's why I was very interested in you, even though you're so new right now. Yeah. I watched your fights. I saw that you were like your skills and all that. And I'm like, okay, we definitely got to get this guy on. You know what I mean? And shout out to Gonzo for making that possible. You know what I mean?
That's my manager. He helps me out.
Yeah. Definitely cool cat. So, and if y'all looking for a way to buy the truck with the stimmy, you go to Lincoln Trucks, bro.
Go to Lincoln Trucks.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what's up, man. Hey, appreciate you, brother. salute to you, man. We wish you well. Always come over here, let us know. But as a matter of fact, we'll schedule something before you actually do the fight in September. But before you actually have the event, we'll just remind people about it and come over here and we'll do another live, all right?
For sure. I definitely appreciate the love, guys. And you know
Yes,
what?
sir.
It was great talking. I really had a good time, talking with you guys. We got a lot of info, a lot of knowledge.
Absolutely.
I like boxing. I love it.
Absolutely,
As a
man.
fighter and a spectator.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to you, Troy, for showing up, man, and everybody in the chat.
Troy, nice to meet you. It's very good.
Definitely, man. Let me shout out to your manager real quick. Your man has a home now, so if you wanna bring all your fighters over here, that's cool with us. You have a social media home now, so don't be a stranger.
Oh, I definitely appreciate that, guys.
And this is thank you, brother. Thank you. This is the part of the show where I ask you to do a drop real quick before you leave.
A drop.
Yeah. It's just a real simple thing we say around here. It's simple. Major Keys is the home of great fighters and legends.
Okay, perfect. Major Keys is the home.
Key. I'm sorry, Key.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's me.
I gotta put him on a solo anyway. Here you go.
Got it, guys. Major Key is the home of boxing legends, guys. Tune in always.
Thank you, sir. I much appreciate it.
Of course.
Well, so shout out to everybody, like I said, man, for showing up. Please make sure you follow this guy on IG. Watch his training if he posts training. Tune into his fights. You know what I'm saying? That way, in about 5 years, when he's a champion, don't say I didn't tell you so.
That's right, baby.
You're gonna be a champion in 3 years, brother. 3 years. I give you 3 years.
Man, I'm working very hard for that.
That's what's up, man. All right, brothers. You guys have a great night, man.
All right. Take care.
Peace.